ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेमदेवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
Hari Om Guruji. You can make me co-host.
Gita Press page 11 in my book, 40 in my book, mantra number 11.
They changed it.
Okay, everybody good? Let's chant the mantra first. Number 11, Tapashraddhe. Tapashraddhe ye khyupavasantyaranye
तपश्रद्धे ये ह्य उपसन्त्य अरण्ये
Shanta vidvamso bhaikshacharyam charantah
शान्ता विद्वांसो भैक्षचर्यां चरन्तः
सूर्यद्वारेण ते विरजाः प्रयान्ति
सूर्यद्वारेण ते विरजा प्रयान्ति
यत्रामृतः स पुरुषो ह्यव्ययात्मा
यत्रामृतस्य पुरुषो ह्यव्ययात्मा।
Let's read the Bhaashyam starting from Nanu. Nanu
ननु
Yetam mokshamichanti kechit.
ये तं मोक्ष इच्छन्ति केचित्।
Okay. So we have been seeing this entire section, Khanda 1.2, began with a discussion of karma. As opposed to jnana, because Brahma Devanam Prathamasambhabhuva Vishwasya Karta Bhuvanasya Gopta, right in the first sloka mantra itself. Sa Brahma Vidyam Sarva Vidya Pratishtam Atharvaya Jeshtaputraya Praha was already said. So the topic is Brahma Vidya. Already it's called Upakrama Mantra. Upakrama means what? An introduction. Every grantha should have an introduction. What is the main topic of this grantha? So that was already mentioned in that first mantra. So this karma is talked about in between. And so here in this particular mantra, Having talked about Agnihotradi, etc., and Ishtapurtam also. A Vedika life is supposed to be a Ishtapurta based life. And there also, Upanishad says, Lokam Hinataram Va Vishanti, Shloka number 10, mantra number 10. Okay. And so, after all this, dharmic life, Hinataram Vishanti, enters lower lokas. Then Tapashradya Ye Upanyashtaran Aranye. Now we're talking about Upasanam also. Shraddha means Upasanam, Tapa, discipline. We saw that. Tapaha means doing the duties exactly as it to be done at a particular stage in our life. Tapaha, Shraddha. Shraddha means Upasanam here. Higher lokas are gained. Higher lokas. Here positively mentioned. Yatra amritaha saha purushaha hi avyayatma. This person who can do this, who is committed to karma and dhyanam, will gain the Brahmaloka where Hiranyagarbha resides, who is Amritaha. Like that we saw. Okay, Shankara indicated Abhyayaha. Abhyaya means non-declining, means permanent, eternal, nityam. But quietly he says, Yavat samsara sthayi. No, as long as his role, he has to play that role in that loka, that long, like that he puts there. Okay. Then he does say that, Etadantaha tu samsara gatayaha aparavidya gamyaha, he says. So he says, Aparavidya can give you a lot, including Brahmaloka, but only till Brahmaloka. Like that, he puts a full stop. And now the Purva Pakshi walks in and says, I'm confused. Like many of us say here also, Guruji, I'm confused. Now, Guruji, I'm confused means now I have to wonder what happened. What did I do? I came here. Am I coming here to confuse everybody or what? So we have to be alert here. So I'm confused, he says. He says, this is not acceptable. You have written of Dharma also. Dharmic people we are talking about, Vaidikas we are talking about. And you are saying they are going to, some of them go to high lokas, some of them go to lower lokas also. This is what you are telling me. He doesn't talk about Patala and all that. Okay, because dharmic life, it's not possible to go to a Adhogati is not possible. But Adhogati can be possible also if the person doesn't follow Dharma. But still, you're not giving any credit for the people. You're saying basically moksha is not possible for all these people. Vaidikas. This is what you're telling. And he says, Nanu yetam moksham icchanti kechit. This is the moksha people want. Nachiketa also asked for this when he had this dialogue with Yama. And so I'm confused. That's what he says. You have just written off everything that people really believe in. Okay. And so we saw that last time. So here, let's continue this discussion. Next paragraph, the entire next paragraph is going to be Shankara's response to this Purva Pakshi, who is making a reasonable statement that you have written off all the things that people consider as moksha. How is it possible? Like that is saying. Okay, next. After Sangeeta Verma, who is next? Yeah, Sri Vidya. Na
न
ihaiva sarve
हैव सर्वे
praviliyanti kamaha
प्रविलीयन्ति कामाः
te sarvagam
ते सर्वगम्
sarvatah prapya
सर्वतः प्राप्य
Dhiraha yuktatmanaha
धीराः युक्तात्मानः
sarvam eva avishanti
सर्वम् एव आविशन्ति
ityadi shrutibhyah.
इत्यादि श्रुतिभ्यः.
Yeah, I'm going to pause there. So now the Siddhanti, Purvapaksha Siddhanta. So Akshepa, Purvapakshi, Akshepa. Akshepa means objection. There's an objection. I have an objection to this. And then now Nishedaha or Siddhanta. Siddhanta is going to respond to that objection. He's saying, Na iha eva sarve praviliyanti kamaha. What Bhashyakara is doing is quoting, giving some mantras, saying, you know what? In this Upanishad itself, both these quotations he's giving, okay, there are two quotations, okay, Ihaiva sarve praviliyanti kamaha must be one mantra. That is coming from Mundakopanishad 3.2.2. Then he's quoting 3.2.5. So what is 3.2.2 saying? He's saying, Ihaiva sarve praviliyanti kamaha. Saying this Mundakopanishad itself, herself rather, is quoting, is telling, Ihaiva sarve praviliyanti kamaha. All desires, kamaha means desires, all binding desires are resolved, praviliyanti. Here itself, Ihaiva, that is the key word there, Iha eva. Here itself means while living right now, in this world itself. In this life of ours that we all know, we don't know any other life. We don't know past life. We can't talk much about future life. So this is the life where we are engaging. So iha eva. Whoever is reading this Upanishad in that life. 100 years back, if somebody studied this in that life. Okay. So iha eva sarve praviliyanti kamaha. The Upanishad herself is saying this. And iha eva. Krishna also said this in mantra number 5th chapter, 5.19. Look that up. Ihaiva tairjita sargaha yesham samye sthitam manaha nirdosham hi samam brahma tasmad brahmani te sthita. Ihaiva tairjitaha sargaha. Okay, sargaha means samsaraha. Jitaha. Samsaraha jitaha. Samsaraha has been crossed. Samsaraha has been won over. Finally. Where? Ihaiva. Right now, while living, right now at this very moment, Ihaiva tair jitaha. Taihi, by them. By whom also he says in that shloka. Okay, shloka number 5.19 Bhagavad Gita. Yesham samye sthitam mana. Hey, those whose minds are not now carried away by ragadveshas, okay, they are not trying to accomplish this or that. Dharmartha kama gone out the window. Okay, whatever is needed for the maintenance of the body is taken care of. Wow. So, samya sthitam manaha. Samya. Samya means they are committed to that which is the same in everything, which is the essence of everything. What is that? Nirdosham hi samam Brahma. That Brahma which is samam means which is there in everything, which is nirdosham, which is free of any defects, which has no blemishes, nothing to want anymore. And because aham brahmasmi kshetrajnan chapi mam vidhi, because of that, so nirdosham hi samam brahma tasmat brahmani te sthitaha. Then after that there is nothing else left, no going coming and all that. Okay, no more looking for better places and so forth. Like that Krishna had said in Bhagavad Gita also, ihaiva. So here also same thing, ihaiva. Sarve praviliyanti kamaha in 3.2.2. And we'll read that. We'll study that shortly also. I don't want to tell the whole mantra, kamanyah kamayate, etc. It's there. And then another mantra, Shankaracharya is quoting from the Upanishad, Te sarvagam sarvataha prapya dhiraha yuktatmanaha sarvam eva avishanti. Avishanti is the verb. Avishanti means enter. Literal meaning means enter. Entering. They enter. Plural. They enter. Te avishanti is the main sentence there. They enter. Okay. Who are these people? Dhiraha yuktatmanaha. Dhira. We saw the word dhiraha in Katopanishad. Kaschit dhiraha. So vivekinaha. People who have figured out that there is something called Atma. And so the people who have gone after that Atma spent however long they had to spend, they spent time on it. They are called dhiraha, who are yuktatmanaha, who are committed to that whose minds are committed to that vastu, yuktaha. Here Atma means mind, yukta Atma, yuktaha Atmaha, Atmanaha, Yeshante is yuktatmanaha. Means those whose minds are committed, abiding in the Vastu, in Brahma, in Atma. That is the meaning of yuktatmanaha. Yesham Brahmani te sthitaha, we saw just now. So those people who have only Brahman in their sights, okay? And so what about them? They sarvagam sarvatah prapya. A very symbolic statement. Sarvagam. They having attained the all-pervasive sarvagam. Sarvatra gacchati iti sarvagam. So gam means to go. That which goes everywhere. What goes everywhere? Brahman, which is there everywhere only. So they attain the all-pervasive Brahman everywhere. Sarvataha also is there. Sarvagam, that which is all-pervasive, they enter everywhere. Enter everywhere. That is the literal translation of this sentence. Sarvagam, sarvataha. Sarvagam, all-pervasive. Sarvataha, everywhere. They enter everywhere. They enter sarvam. So they enter they attain the all-pervasive Brahman everywhere and enter into all. Sarvam avishanti. It means what? It is a way of saying that Brahma vidapnoti param. Brahma vidapnoti param. Tadeshadhyukta. Means the all-pervasive Brahman and Atma are identical. So there is a complete identity between the self and Ishvara, between the Jiva and the Ishvara. There is a way of saying, poetic way of saying. Okay? So much background is required to understand statements like this. Otherwise, you can't understand the statement. What is the meaning of they attained the all-pervasive Brahman everywhere and then they enter into all? Means what? That is the meaning. They have attained Brahma. They have understood Brahma as nothing, as not some God sitting out there. It is the essence of Ishvara and Jiva is identical. And I am the all-pervasive Ajo Nitya Shashvatoyam Puranaha. Na hanyate na hanyamane sharire. Na hanyate hanyamane sharire. When the body falls, body is not going to become permanent. Nityam. No. Advaita Vedanta doesn't tell all these things. Body will not be Nityam. This body Nityam people are all yoga people and other people. They believe in Nityam body. They believe in preserving the body as much as possible, which is good. We also need that science. But Advaita Vedanta will say you do what it takes, but that is not moksha. Okay. So by the previous ihaiva, here itself, now itself means the time aspect is negated. Waiting for some time in the future, waiting until I die is not required. Death is not required for moksha. Look at that. Okay. Death is not required for moksha. What a statement it is. If such statements are there, we should spend some time understanding it, right? And so, then here, te sarvam sarvagam, all pervasive, the enter means what? That means space is negated. Travel is negated. I have to go somewhere. That idea is negated completely. I hope you are following me. Look at how Shankara is quoting. Time travel is negated. Space travel is negated. Negated. That is the meaning of ihaiva and this second mantra. Okay. So when space and time are negated, that means what? That means you are the whole. Purnamadaha purnamidam purnat purnamudachyate. That is full, this is full. From that full, this full came. And then after the full came out of that full, what remains is that full. Okay, you all should say, I understood what you said. Okay, you are supposed to tell that. Okay, so that's the idea Shankaracharya is saying. When the Shastram is saying, is negating time and space, what are you talking about going to heaven and getting moksha? How is it possible? There can't be two different mokshas. Either I am right or you're right. Okay? Like that he's saying. And he's going to give more reasons. Okay? We're going to see that. Next. Okay, Venkataramanji. Aprakaranaat cha
अप्रकरणाश्च
अपरविद्या प्रकरणे
अपरविद्या प्रकरणे
हि प्रवृत्ते
हि प्रवृत्ते
न हि अकस्मात्
न हि अकस्मात्
मोक्ष प्रसंगः अस्ति.
मोक्षप्रसङ्गः अस्ति.
Yeah. So, aprakaranaat cha, out of context. Aprakaranat means out of context. Out of context. The topic being talked about is karma. Okay. And karma was being criticized all along. Okay. And suddenly you come and say this karma going to Swarga is moksha is out of context. It is out of context. What do you mean out of context? What is the context? Hey, Brahma Devanam Pratama Sambhavuva, etc. Brahma Vidya, Sarva Vidya, Pratishtha was talked about. Brahma Vidya is the topic of this Upanishad. In the last 10 mantras, where was Brahma Vidya talked about? Agnihotram and all was said. Tapashraddha is said. Ishtapurtam is there. No, what is Ishtam? What is Purtam? Agnihotram tapaschaiva. Vedanam chanupalanam. Atityam Vaishwadevancha. Ishtamityavidhiyate. That is Ishtam. What is Purtam? Vapi kupatadakadi. Devatayatana Annapradhanamaramah. Purtamityavidhiyate. All the religious karma and all the society based karma, that is all you talked about. Where is Brahma Vidya and all these things? Yet the Upanishad made a bold statement right in the beginning, introduction. Then Brahmaji taught Brahma Vidya. What is the connection between that and this? Aprakaranacha. Karma is talked about. For some reason. Why karma is being talked about? We'll see later. Shankara is going to say it. Why should karma discussion come in Brahma Vidya? Okay. Okay. That he's going to talk about. But your idea that karma is going to give moksha is not acceptable. He's saying aparavidya prakaranehi pravritte nahi akasmat moksha prasangaha asti. Hey, last 10 mantras aparavidya was being talked about. Aparavidya was talked about. Suddenly you can't say this will give moksha. Not possible. Okay. Aparavidya prakaranehi pravritte. When aparavidya discussion has been going along all along, and akasmat, without a reason, without any reason, akasmat. We use the word akasmat in our in our regional languages also. Nahi akasmat moksha prasangaha asti. You can't bring in something that is not related to what is the context right now. Two things. In the Brahma Vidya topic is not being talked about. There only moksha should be talked about. And karma is being talked about, and karma is being criticized, and suddenly you bring moksha into this karma context. Okay, moksha prasangaha na asti. Akasmat. Okay. And then see, and then you should read a little more. You should not, you're in a hurry. You should continue. The Upanishad is not over yet. Okay. And next shloka itself, mantra number 12. Pariksha Lokan, he is going to talk about Vairagyam. Vairagyam towards everything that was talked about so far in the last 10 mantras. So if you had waited just one more mantra, you would have got your answer. Okay. Okay. 10 is all about Vairagyam. And 13th is where the Shishya is approaching the Guru. Okay. Another setting is there. Okay. And that is how it is being said here. And so moksha is coming up. Moksha was introduced. The moksha topic was introduced, but real teaching has not started yet. So there's no need. You're rushing into these things and saying this is what people want as moksha, etc. Otherwise, if that moksha, next few mantras are not there, we should just say Purnamadaha right now. Conclude Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnam. Then conclude. There's no need for everything else. Because all karma is talked about. On top of that, karma is being criticized also. So you can't simply say like that. Like that, he's saying here. And he's going to give more reasons. Okay? Let's read that. Virajastvam
Virajastvam
tu apekshikam
tu apekshikam
samastam
samastam
apara vidya karyam
apara vidya karyam
sadhya sadhana lakshanam
sadhya sadhana lakshanam
kriya karaka phala bheda bhinnam
kriya karaka phala bheda bhinnam
dvaitam
dvaitam
yetavadeva
etavadeva
yat
yat
hiranyagarbha prapti avasanam.
hiranyagarbha prapti avasanam.
Yeah. So he's saying, having said that this is out of context, okay, he's saying, let me explain that. Okay. I know why you are getting carried away. I know why you are getting carried away. Why you think what was talked about going to Hiranyagarbha Loka, etc. is moksha. I know why you are carried away. Because This Virajastvam, okay? Virajastvam was said in this mantra. Look at the mantra. Surya Dvarena te Virajah Prayanti. Okay? That Viraja is there. Virajaha means what? Free from all rajas. Means Sattva Pradhanaha. So you got carried away by that Sattva Pradhanam. And he is saying, Virajastvam tu apekshikam. Apekshikam. Apekshikam means relative. Relative virajas. It's not absolute virajastvam. Means that life where the mind enjoys such full complete sattvic nature and environment is relative. It's relative moksha. It is moksha. Okay, I accept. But not atyantika virajastvam. It is not atyantika moksha. It is apekshika moksha. How about that? It is relative moksha. It's like going to a vacation to Bali or Alaska. Because people who are not in Alaska, people who are in Alaska, if you ask them, they won't say it is vacation. They are busy doing whatever they are doing. Only for people from other places, they go to Alaska, and for them it is vacation. Ah, glacier, ah, seal, ah, this they keep on saying. Okay. But so it is like that. Virajastvam tu apekshikam. And even Nachiketa asked for the same thing. He knew it was apekshikam. He knew. Dvitiyena varena etad dvitiyena varena vrine, like that he said. I forget the exact. Swarge lokena kinchana bhaya nana tatrutvam na jaraya bibeti. Swarge lokena kinchanam bhayam nasti. So in Swarga there is no fear, and then you are also not there in Swarga, and there is no old age. Na tatra jaraya bibeti. If there is no fear of old age also in Swarga, therefore people want to go there, and so you please tell me. I want to go back home and then teach this to all the people who want to go to heaven. Like that he said. And he didn't stop with that. He asked for a third boon. If that was moksha, then this one, Nachiketa should have said thank you and then would have walked away. He didn't. So all these things are there. You have to keep your vision complete. You don't just like a horse, you don't close off your eyes like this and then say, I'm done. And so that was being said. And then he's going to now explain. Going to explain. He's going to, in a way, summarize what this Apara Vidya is. You people are still hoping something good will happen. You will end up in a great place. From there, you can sit in the couch and then keep on watching TV. I know this is what you have in mind, and that's not going to happen. Even if it happens, that is not moksha. Okay? And that's what he's saying. So look at that. Now he's going to summarize this whole idea of Apara Vidya, karma, that world of karma is going to summarize. Look at this beautiful sentence here. Okay. Underline the following sentence. Apara Vidya Karyam. Underline that word. It's one word. Apara Vidya Karyam. Then underline this other word. Etavad eva. Etavad eva. That's it. Let's first understand that, those two words. Okay. Apara Vidya Karyam etavad eva. This Karya means what? Anything that comes out of Apara Vidya. Apara Vidya means karma. The idea is karma. But Apara Vidya, Para Vidya, right? Dve Vidya Veditavya. Vidya about Anatma. Anatma Vidya and Atma Vidya. Apara Vidya, Para Vidya. So he's talking about Apara Vidya. This whole world of Apara Vidya, which talks about Anatma. Karma for the self. Karma is anatma. Things are anatma. Going to places is anatma. Travel to something. That something is anatma. And so this aparavidya karyam. Karyam means what? Anything you get, that effect, the effect of aparavidya is etavad eva, is this much alone. Etavad eva. Etavad means this much. Eva means alone. This much only. Limited to this much alone. Now the question is, this much means which much? All right. That's what he's going to explain here. Hiranyagarbha prapti avasanam. This much alone. You can get, nothing can get you things like karma can get you stuff. Correct? Nothing can get you. We saw that earlier also. In Bhagavad Gita, we saw it. You know what it is? It is called Kanchantah karmanam Krishna Jajanta iha devataha Kshipram himanushe loke Siddhir bhavati karmaja. I don't have the number of the shloka. Okay, somebody can mention. Okay, this is a beautiful shloka Krishna mentioned. He says, Karmanam kangshantaha. People desire things. And things means karma phalam they desire. They are not desire. They are all simple people. They want things. They want good experiences. Artha, kama and dharma they desire. It's all karma phalam only. Kangshantaha karmanam siddhim. Yajanta iha devataha. Therefore they worship devatas to get whatever they want. Why? Why are they like this? Well, that is because Kshipram hi manushe loke siddhir bhavati karmaja. That is because performing something, action and getting some result, that is the fastest way to get any result you want. Kshipram. In this human world, manushe loke, manusham loke. Kshipram. Shikram means quick. Getting results by doing things is the quickest. Like cooking. You want something to eat, may take a little time. You may not have half an hour, but half an hour is quick only. In the big time scales that we are talking, these are all quick. You can do something, get it. Kshipram hi manushe loke siddhir bhavati karmaja. Karmaja means what? Born of karma. Karma is the best if you want results quickly. Okay? Therefore, okay, here it is not a quick result. Going to Brahmaloka is not that easy. Okay. Like boiling water, it's not like that. Okay. Here, okay, BG 4.12. Okay, Sri Vidya say 412. All right. So he says, Etavadeva, this much alone, including Hiranyagarbha Prapti. Aparavidya can give you as good as Hiranyagarbha Sthanam. Okay. You can even become Brahmaji. But that is all it can give you, meaning it cannot give you moksha, in brackets. That is etavadeva. Avasana means until. Avasana means full stop, Period. Period means what? This much alone. Ending in Hiranyagarbha. The Hiranyagarbha is the maximum you can get with whatever karma and upasana you can do. All right? Now we understand. Now we are beginning to understand. Now Shankaracharya is telling us, what is this aparavidya karyam? Okay. He is going to say what that is. Okay. Sadhya sadhana lakshanam. This aparavidya is characterized by sadhana and sadhya. Means, ends. Methods, goals. Ways and goals. What I want is a goal. What I must do to achieve that goal is a sadhanam. Sadhanam, sadhyam. Sanskrit, beautiful. Sadhanam, sadhyam. Typical word it is. So it is in that category. Karma, karma phalam. If you want karma phalam, you have to do karma. That karma is called sadhanam. Karma phalam is called sadhyam. Sadhya sadhana lakshanam. Cause and effect, if you want to put it in scientific language. Okay. Then what? Kriya Karaka Phala Bheda Bhinnam. Another technical Vedantic way to put the same thing. Okay. Bhinnam. Bhinnam. Characterized by all these differences. What kind of differences? Bheda Bhinnam. Categorized. Veda is category. What kind of categories are there in this Sadhya Sadhana Lakshana? It is Kriya Karaka Phala. Kriya is karma, okay? Phalam is there. Same thing as Sadhanam Sadhyam. Kriya is a different word. Kriya is action. Phalam, of course, is result. But guess what? You are not simply karma means you have to, some things you have to need a lot of resources. Electricity, even to boil water, you need some gas or electricity. Some firewood is needed. So that firewood is karaka. Okay. Like this, if you want to build a house, you need lots of karakas are required. If you want mosaic, I want mosaic flooring. Okay, make it. No, I'm going to import some flooring from Rajasthan. Stones from Rajasthan. Appa. Okay. So that means what? You have so much involved. Work is involved in all this. You have to tell somebody to do it, or you yourself have to go and get it. It's all karaka, correct? That is all karaka. Karaka is a technical word in Sanskrit. All these prepositions in English, from, to, in, by, on, without, with, and that's all karaka. If somebody is wondering what is this karaka, that is what it is. Okay. See, Ramaha pushpam dadati. Rama gives a flower. Rama gives a flower. Ramaha pushpam, ekaraka, dadati. Gives. Giving is an action. Leave that aside. Subject karaka, object karaka. Two things are there. Dadati. Rama gives a flower. Okay. Ramaha kasmai pushpam dadati. To whom does he give flower? Ramaha gurave pushpam dadati. Gurave namaha. To Guru, Swagurave. To his own Guru, Rama is giving a flower. Gurave. Look at another karaka. To somebody. To. That two is another karaka. Ramaha hastena gurave pushpam dadati. Hastena. How does he give? With the hand, of course. With the hand. Hastena. Another karaka. With what attitude does Rama give this pushpam? Ramaha hastena bhaktya pushpam gurave dadati. Correct? Bhaktya. With a lot of devotion. Okay. Ramaha swagrihat agatya. Coming from his own home, he wanted to see the Guru. And swagrihat agatya hastena bhaktya pushpam gurave dadati. From swagrihat means from. Where did he come from? He came from his own home. Like this, you can keep building up. This is all called karaka. Each is a karaka. So this is a technical way of saying kriya karaka phalam. Means you need you need a few things, or you need a big project, million dollar project, $1 billion project. All this road construction, all these things are going on. Defense, billions of dollars. Constructing an aircraft, one aircraft is rolling out. My God, how much has gone into that? How much has gone into that? You have to order, countries order aircraft by years in advance. Then after so many years only, these things will roll out. So much is involved. Okay. So that is called Kriya, Karaka, Phala, Bheda, Bhinnam. Characterized by these differences. We need to conduct a camp. January means what? So many things are involved. So many people are doing different things, calling ashram, making sure the rooms are available, booking the dates. We have to discuss and figure out which date. All that is going on. Kriya, Karaka, Phala, Vedam. One camp of few days, that's all it is. But so much work and preparation is involved. Karaka synonym. That is what he's saying. Okay. The technical word Karaka. All right. So in Vedanta, Karaka means immediately you should bring the entire infrastructure. How about that? Infrastructure. Karaka. All right. Is there another word for it? Yeah, it's called Dvaitam. Dvaitam. Hey, it's all in the world of duality only. Kriya Karaka means duality. Dvaitam. Samastam, we forgot one word there right in the beginning. Samastam. Samastam aparavidya karyam. All things. It doesn't matter whether you talk about India, America, Earth, other planets, other galaxies, you bring in whatever you want. Other lokas also you can bring. That's why Hiranya Garbha Prapti Avasa. Samastam. Some word somewhere something new will happen. There is no something new. Cause and effect. This is a law everywhere. A scientist will love this. They'll appreciate cause and effect. Karma and karma phala. All of us will appreciate that. So samastam without any exception. That is the meaning of samastam. Okay, everything. Everything in this creation you can say. All that is aparavidya karyam. And so, what is Atma then? You're saying, oh, Atma, of course, now you can define what Atma is. Atma must be sadhana sadhya vilakshanam. You just put a V in front of the lakshanam. That's it. That vilakshanam. Not characterized by sadhana and sadhya. It is not a sadhya vishaya Atma. Atma is not to be accomplished by karma, my dear friend. Why? Because Atma already exists. You can't create Atma. It is a Siddha Vishaya. And then the word Siddha becomes very important in Vedanta. It is not a Sadhya Vishaya. Moksha is what? Siddha Vishaya, Sadhya Vishaya. It appears Sadhya, but it's really Siddha. Correct? Correct? It appears like Sadhya. It appears like I have to put in a lot of effort to get moksha. Yeah, that's all okay. That effort is really for Chitta Shuddhi, not for moksha. Because moksha is already there. I have to see moksha. What is the very truth? I have to see. That's all it is. Therefore, I can say, what is moksha? Sadhana sadhya vilakshanam. Kriya karaka phala veda vilakshanam. That's it. Okay, that is what we are after here. So, let us see here. Next.
That once more, can you explain that, Guruji?
Yeah, so the question is, if the samastam, the whole world you have just compressed in this avidya, aparavidya. Whatever I do, you are putting in aparavidya category. I am left with nothing. Hey, you are not left with nothing. You are left. Are you left or not? Are you there or not? that is, don't forget that. And that you, who are you? That is sadhana sadhya vilakshanam. It is not produced. Your body is born, all right. Your body is produced, no problem. But you, the Atma, is not produced. It is not in the category of sadhana and sadhya. So sadhana sadhya vilakshanam. Vilakshanam means what? Opposite of lakshanam. Not characterized by sadhana sadhya. Not appearing in this world of cause and effect. That is Atma. That's what I said there. Hemant.
Guruji, you said Kriya Karaka, something Vilakshanam.
Phala Beda. Phala Beda. Same thing that was there in this book. Shankara's words only. If you look at Shankara's word, he says Kriya Karaka Phala Beda Binnam, he said.
That Bheda and Binna is where I'm getting confused. Bheda also means different, no? Bhedat
Beda
Binna.
Binna. Category. Many types of differences like all these categories. All
Bhedat
things
Binna.
which are correct. Bhedameva Binna. So this the Veda in one case is category. These categories Kriya, Karaka, Phala. Okay. that is Bheda. Categories. Bhinnam. Bhinnam means all things are in this, will have these categories. Differentiated by these categories. How about that? Whatever you say is going to be differentiated by these categories. Different projects are going to be different categories. Same categories, but still they are different. Bhinnam. Variety is there. Varieties of categories. How about that? Okay. All right. So next sentence. तथा च
आच
मनुना उक्तम्
मनुना उक्तं
स्थावराद्याम्
स्थावराद्यां
संसारगतिम्
संसारगतिम्
अनुक्रामता
अनुक्रामता
ब्रह्मा विश्वसृजः
ब्रह्मा विश्वसृजः
धर्मः महान्
धर्मः महान्
अव्यक्तम् एव च
अव्यक्तम् एव च
उत्तमाम्
उत्तमां
सात्विकीम्
तात्विकीम्
एतां गतिम् आहुः
एतां गतिम् आहुः
मनीषिणः
मनीषिणः
इति.
इति
Good. तथा च moreover means continuing this description of this aparavidya, since you are having some difficulty. Aparavidya. Manuna uktam. Manu. How can you forget Manu? Manushya itself is derived from the word Manu. And Manu, the author of Manusmriti, who has written what is human being and how a human being's life should be led, like that, he has given this book. He has written Manusmriti, it is called. And our life is to be guided by that. We can't waste our life. Don't waste your life. And just enjoying. Find out the purpose of life, etc. So much he has given. He's not talked about Vedanta, but he said life should be lived in this way so that you will become ready for Vedanta. Like that. So Manuna Uktam. It was said by Manu. Manuna means by Manu. Moreover, it was said by Manu. What was said by Manu? Samsara gatim anukramata. Manu was trying to map out what is samsara. Samsara means what? What all can I include in samsara? Anukramata means enumerating. He was enumerating. He was putting a list. What all is included in samsara? Like that. Anukramata manuna means by the Manu who was enumerating what the extent of samsara. Samsara gatim means extent of samsara. Where does samsara start and where does it end? Like that he was enumerating, it seems. And starting from Stavara, Stavaradyam, Samsaragatim, means Stavara. All these stationary things. Mountains are stationary. Living beings, plants are also stationary. They are all called Stavaras. Stavaras. They are interesting words. Stavara, Ishvara, Bhaswara. Okay. There is a sutra. Stesha, Bhaashyam, Pishakasho, Varach. Don't worry, that's a Panini Sutra. I'm trying to recall. It explains what is Varach. Varach is a pratyaya, is a suffix. Varach suffix is an important suffix. When that suffix gets added on to something, then it gains a meaning. It refers to a thing that has this quality called stha. That with stha means to stay. To stay. Stha is to stay. All right. To stay means what? I am staying in my friend's house right now. Is that what you mean stay? No, it's not like that. So varach means habit, it has that as a habit. Perpetually, it is doing the same thing. That which has that quality, that which perpetually stays within brackets in the same place. Okay, that perpetuity is there in this varach. Vara gives that meaning of perpetuity, continuity, habituality, habit. Okay. Therefore, stavara, that which stays, always stays in the same place. Means what? You can ask a quiz to all your children. What is it that stays in the same place? Like that you can ask. You might get some different answers. And they might say, Mom, you're always at home. I think you're also, you stay in the same place. Like that they might say. But then referring to mountains and trees, all are plant kingdom. Okay, it's all referring to stavaras. So so anyway, let me complete that. Varach. So you have Bhaswaraha, Bhaswara, Bhaskara, Surya, also called Bhaswaraha. Why? Because shining. Ba means to shine. So shining is the nature. Continuous nature. The sun never stops shining. Therefore, sun is called Bhaswaraha. Bhaswara, not Bhaskara. Bhaswaraha. Then what? Ishwaraha. Ishwaraha. Ish. Ish, Aishwarye. In the sense of ruling, in the sense of controlling, in the sense of mastery, is called Ish. That Ish, that Ish dhatu has that meaning. And if you add Varach to that, it means what? One who is perpetually of that nature, who has the habit of that, whose natural inclination is to rule, to govern, etc. Who is that? That is Ishvaraha. That just some insights, Sanskrit. Periodically we should know a little bit, So that's why I'm introducing that. So Sthavaraha means what? That which is habituated to remaining in the same place and therefore referring to mountains and plants. Stavaradhyam. Beginning from Stavara, because Stavara is samsara only, no? So beginning from plants and what? And then he's listing Brahma. Brahma. And contrary to what you might think, Brahma is not Brahmaji. Because Brahmaji, this is Virat. Brahma is Virat. Our Acharyas say Brahma here means Virat. Because this one, Mahan is coming. Mahan is coming next. Hiranyagarbha. Brahma is Virat. Vishwasrijaha, Prajapatis, 14 Prajapatis is called Vishwasrijaha. Virat, Vishwasrijaha, Dharmaha, you can guess Dharmaha. Who is Dharmaha?
Yama.
Correct.
Dharmaraja.
Correct. Yamaha.
I
Dharmaraja.
shared that sutra number, Guruji. Chat I put.
Yamaha. Okay. Okay. Dharmaha, Yamaha. Then Mahan. Mahan. So Mahan would be
Guruji, Srijaha refers to?
Hiranyagarbha.
Srijaha?
14 Prajapatis. 14 Prajapatis. Vishwasrijaha refers to 14 Prajapatis. 14 Prajapatis. Dharmaha is Yamadharmarajaha. Mahan is Brahmaji. And then Avyaktam, Maya, Prakriti. Okay. And Evacha. Manu is listing all these things. He's saying this is the scope of samsara. Brahmaji falls within the scope of samsara. Maya also falls within the scope of samsara. Avyaktam, unmanifest. Because unmanifest again has to become manifest. Therefore, that is also Maya. Don't take it as Maya Devi. Take it as Avyaktam. Avyaktam, Prakriti, you should take it like that. Means all the guna. Trigunatmika Maya. Because guna is there. So it has to be part of samsara. So, avyaktam eva cha. All this is samsara gatihi. Manuna uktam. Manu said this. He has included Hiranyagarbha in this also. Okay, like that he said. And we studied Kathopanishad. Kathopanishad, you know what happened? I'll remind you. Look at this mantra 1.2.10. 1 to 10. Okay, write that down. You can review it in your abhyasa or go home and review it. What go home? There's no going home. You're all already at home. So go home and review it. So 1 to 10. You know what he said? Yama is telling. Yama is so impressed with Nachiketa, correct? And this boy is just, he's Uttamanikari. He is talking as though he's a guru. I can become a student. He just don't know. It little bit he needs to know. That's all. After that, he can be anybody's guru. Okay? And he says, you know what Yama says? Janamyaham shevadihi iti. Hey, you know what? I know this karma palam, sadhana, sadhya, lakshanam and all. I knew all these things. Karma palam is limited, anityam, janamyaham shevadirit anityam. I knew that what you put in effort and you get something, and that something is anityam. I knew that. Okay. Nahi adhruvai prapyate hi dhruvam tat. Hey, this temporary, whatever effort is anityam, effort is temporary. From temporary things, I can only get temporary outcomes. Therefore, I'm looking for dhruvam, permanent. That permanent dhruvam can't come from adhruvam. Adhruva vastu cannot give me dhruva vastu. I knew all these things. He's kind of admitting to this boy, okay? And tato maya nachiketas chito gnihi anitya. Even then, knowing this full well, I also did this Nachiketa Agni. Why did I do Nachiketa Agni? To go to Swarga. I got attracted to Swarga, and I did Nachiketa Agni. That I taught you. I did it. And what did I get out of it? This Yama Padavi I got, which is also Anityam. Like that, Yama is admitting to Nachiketa. And so, we have proof. We have proof that this Swargaloka, Prapti, etc., Yama himself has said that is Anityam. Okay. So like that, we can quote mantras, many mantras are there. In Bhagavad Gita also, I'm sure, Brahma Bhuvanan Lokaha Jana Sukritino Arjuna. Brahma Bhuvanam Lokaha Punaravartino Arjuna. Hey, all the way up to Brahma Loka, you can go to Brahma Loka, but Punaravarti he will be there. You will have to come back. You will have to exhaust the Punya Palam, means you will have to come back. And you have to earn, because you may not be able to earn Punyam in Brahma Loka. Why? Because life is so good that there is no need for any Kartrutvam. Everything is available. If everything is available, you don't have to work for it. If you don't work, there is no earning punyam. Therefore, you will only exhaust punyam in all these slokas. Therefore, punaravartino Arjuna. I don't know the sloka number. Brahma bhuvanan lokaha. Krishna said, Brahma loka also is a karma phalam. Sadhana sadhya lakshanam karma phalam. Kriya karaka phala bheda bhinnam Brahma lokam. Correct? That is the way to see it. So, let's look. Did we read this? Okay. Uttamam
8:16.
Satvikim.
8:16.
Okay, 8:16 it is. Okay. 8.16. That Brahma Bhuvanan Loka. Okay. Uttamam Satvikim Gatim Ahuhu Manishinaha. These things that I listed, Dharmaha, Viswasrijaha, etc., all the way up to Virat and Mahan and Avyaktam, what do Manishinaha Ahu? The wise people say something about this. What do they say? They are all great goals. Uttamam, Satvikim Gatim. They're all Satvik goals they are. Because to get all these things, you have to be a Satvik person. You have to let go of rajas and tamas. Then only you can get all these things. Upasana, sitting in meditation for half an hour, you know how difficult it is. Okay. So Satvikim Gatim Etam. Okay. So it is Satvikam. Satvikam. But Satvikam doesn't mean moksha. Satvikam, Satvikim Gatim. Like that he's saying. It is called Satvika because upasana phalatvat. So upasana phalam it is. It is upasana. So therefore it is because upasana is a sattvic activity. Dharma itself is sattvic. What to talk of upasana? Upasanam on Devata is a sattvic activity. Therefore, because the karma is sattvic, the karma phalam is also sattvic. Because here he's talking about karma phalam. Sattvikim gatim. That phalam, that world, that result that was got is sattvikim. Like that he's saying. And that concludes Shankaracharya's description of what is possible, what is aparavidya, what can you get out of aparavidya. Don't confuse aparavidya with paravidya. Even if the results are great, fantastic, $200 million lottery. Okay, I have never met such a person. I want to meet a person who got that kind of a lottery. In America, they do all the lotto. Wow. Constant, you open on any TV channel, some lotto will be going on. They'll be turning this big cylinder, and then it has a lot of balls. And then it will be, and then they stop, and then they pull out some ball and say, 25, 52, 73, like that they add, and then some prize. People spend so much time on it. And I still never understood that. So, but I want to meet that accidental billionaire I want to meet. Okay. So, but still, all that is within this samsara gati that was told. Okay. So, what is the tatparyam of this mantra? Let's go back. This mantra is tapassadhye ye hyupavasantyaranye. Okay, about tapas and upasanam shraddha. Great results it has, including Brahmaloka Prapti. Doesn't talk about, does not criticize this, but it says this. Within brackets, we understand there is a ninda. Just like other things where there was a ninda of Ishtapurtam in the previous mantra, here also that ninda continues. Only if I gain vairagyam towards Brahmaloka, how do I know I should gain vairagyam towards Brahmaloka to pursue Brahma Vidya? How do I know? What is the adhikaritvam for Brahma Vidya? Vivekam, Vairagyam is there, one of the requirements. How does Tattvabodhakara define Vairagyam as?
Krishna tells Arjuna Vairagyam and Abhyasaha.
What is the definition of Vairagyam?
Ihasvarga bhogeshu. Right.
Correct. Iha amutra swarga bhogeshu viragaha vairagyam. Vairagyam is what? All the attractive things iha, here, I must be dispassionate towards. Iha amutra. Amutra means what? Many words are there like this. Amutra means put all the words out there. There also, I can't get what I want. That definite belief is called Vairagya. Therefore, Brahmaloka should be included in the Amutra or not? It should be included. Therefore, we can see why Shankara took the time to talk about this Aparavidya and then included Brahmaloka also in that. Good. Let's see the Anvaya here. Ye, some of you already done it. Ye jnana yuktaha vanaprasthaha Sannyasinah cha. Once again, ye jnanayuktaha vanaprastaha sannyasinah cha. Everything in brackets except ye.
Vanaprastaha.
Sannyasinah cha. Okay, ye jnanayuktaha vanaprastaha sannyasinah cha bhaikshcharyam charantaha. Same in the mantra. Bhaikshcharyam charantaha aranye santaha. Bhaikshcharyam charantaha aranye santaha. Santaha in brackets. Tapashraddhehi. Tapashraddhehi upavasanti. Tapashraddhehi upavasanti, comma. Ye cha grihasthaha. All three words in brackets. Ye cha grihasthaha. Because we did not include grihasthaha yet. Shankara talked about them. Ye cha grihasthaha. Shantaha vidvamsaha bhavanti. Shantaha vidvamsaha bhavanti. Bhavanti in brackets. Ye cha grihasthaha shantaha vidvamsaha bhavanti, comma, comma. Te virajaha santaha. Te virajaha santaha. Santaha in brackets. Suryadvarena tatra prayanti. Suryadvarena tatra prayanti. Tatra in brackets. Yatra hi saha amritaha. Yatra hi saha amritaha. Avyayatma purushaha. Avyayatma purushaha. Within brackets. Hiranyagarbhaha vartate. Okay, let me read this now. Ye jnanayuktaha vanaprastaha sannyasinah cha bhaikshcharyam charantaha aranye santaha tapashraddehi upavasanti ye cha grihasthaha shantaha vidvamsaha bhavanti te virajaha santaha suryadvarena tatra prayanti yatra hi saha amritaha avyayatma purushaha hiranyagarbhaha vartate. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Premaji had a question, I think.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
Yeah, anybody had a doubt?